Okay, here we have it, my latest acquisition. It's an RC car this time as opposed to a quad. Really fancy having a go with them. When it's too windy, I just thought it would be a brilliant thing to still go out and play with because I'm loving the RCs. Really good graphics all round. This one seems a really good start model. I've looked bits and pieces up on the web and it seems to do everything I want to do. Off-road's going to be more of what I want to do rather than racing around car parks. So let's unpack it and see what we think of it. It seems very well packaged. Nothing seems to rattle about inside it, which is rather nice because a little rattle inside when the postman delivers is not good. And if you're picking it up from the model shop, obviously you've got a little handle you can carry through and show off as you come through town. Here we go. So first things first, obviously instructions. Set of batteries, which I really find good with Dromida, that they do give you everything you need to get started. First things first, there's a plug here, obviously a conversion plug I would imagine. So we put that to one side and then I'll get the clippers and we'll get it unpacked. Okay, let's start with the controller. There we go. Like I say, this is my first time with an RC car, so but I have looked bits and pieces up on the web, obviously, and understand roughly how the controls work. I mean, there's nice details on this, just like this. The wheel has a little disc brake and the little pads and everything in there, which look quite cool. And obviously, you get to set your trims and everything all in the back here, and your on-off button. But we'll go through that as I get to drive it around. This feels really light actually, which is good, and obviously there's a battery compartment there, so those 4 AA batteries obviously for in there. So look, it feels good in the hand, so that's nice and fits well. Next thing is I would imagine this is the charger for the actual battery inside the car itself. So that's well packaged up, actually already cut. A little battery charger, obviously telling you green when charged and red charging. And there's the Euro plug, which obviously goes in the other bit. And then down to the car itself. I think there's a couple of ways of doing this. You could drag it out the whole thing like this, or you can possibly take these off and take the body off, so I think I'll do it that way. Make sure you keep hold of the clips. Now, the thing I've noticed here is obviously, and it was something that I looked up when I was buying it, which you've got a nice set of LEDs on the top here, nicely put in, and getting nice details in here all around. I really like the look of this. I think it looks very smart. Obviously this isn't carbon or graphite or anything, it's just a plastic shell. But this is the switch for the lights, and you've got an on-off switch here as well, which is kind of useful. So you don't have to have them on all the time, which is just going to drain your battery. And obviously there's the connector for them there. So quite simple. Red to red, black to black. And then this is the actual, it's a nickel metal hydride battery. And obviously connect that up there and we're good to go. But let's first of all get it out of the box, and I've got to charge it as well, so just clip that one. There we go, and this one's already broken by the looks of it, but it didn't rattle about in the box, so that just shows how well it's packaged. And there we go. Feels, yeah, it doesn't actually feel that heavy. Like I say, I'm new to RC cars. It feels damn heavy compared to a quad, but again, the suspension and everything looks very good. So the next thing is to get the battery out and get it on charge. So to get the battery out, we just simply remove these other 2 clips, and they're the same as the ones that held the body on, so you could swap them around if you needed to, wouldn't really matter. This slides out, and then you've got the battery pack, as I was saying, 7.2 volt, 1300 milliamps. That's a fair old weight there actually, so that's obviously where a lot of the weight comes from. I'm just going to have a good look around the car, because I've not actually had one in my hand to play with, and it's looking pretty good. This is obviously the servo here, you can hear that working, and like I say, the suspension is quite amazing, seems to have quite a bit of travel on it, and the tyres have obviously got something, obviously filled with foam or something or other. Like I say, I've been looking up different things on these and learning bits and pieces as we go, but certainly impressed with this so far. This was around £80, so I think that's a good price for me to get into RC cars. If I want to go further, fine. If not, this will probably last me ages, I would have thought. It's a four-wheel drive, and like I say, it all looks pretty good to me, but the proof will be when we get it outside and give it a good run. You see the switch here is to turn the power on and off, and that's obviously the motor. Okay, let's just pop that on. I won't bother clipping it on this time. Just have a quick look around. Really nice looking car, I think. Very smart, looks pretty robust as well, and should be lots and lots of fun. Before we can charge the car, we've got to assemble the plug. That sounds very straightforward. Literally you just try and push these into there and push quite hard to get it to go in, but likelihood is you could possibly bend these pins. If you bend this pin, then basically the charger can't come apart, the adapter, sorry, can't come apart, so you basically have a car with no adapter, and you'd be worrying. The way to do this, the correct way to do it, is to unscrew this, so just ordinary Phillips screwdriver, take this off, and then this actually flaps open, and you can see the two connectors in there. Make sure this goes in this way round, otherwise if it goes in that way round you can't plug it into the wall. Okay, so around that way, and then you just push it down into there like that, and you can see that's a nice firm fit. If you try and push it into there, it's got to push these pins apart, and it really doesn't work particularly well. I did try it originally, and it's not the way to do it, definitely. That's why this has got a hinged top. That's what sort of gave it away to me. And then just simply tighten that back up with your Phillips. There we go. That's not going to come out, and that's nice and safe to use now.